how's it going? It's that nerd Ryan here, and today we're going to talk about Robin Hood Men in Tights. So, this is a Mel Brooks movie parody of all the Robin Hood stuff that was going on in the 90s, and to be honest, not that big a fan of it. It was a lot better than last week's movie, A Scary Movie 2, I'll give it that, but it did kind of feel contrived, but it did make me want to watch the Disney Robin Hood movie. So we might be doing that soon, not next week, but soon. But yeah, I just didn't hit that well for me. I mean, I thought the story was funny, some of the jokes were pretty good, most of the actors were good, but just, it was a little boring. So basically what it is Robin of Locksley was battling in the Crusades, and when he came back, he lost all his land to King Richard's brother, King John, who took his land and put all these taxes and everything. King John is played by Richard Lewis, so if I say King Richard and I mean King John, I do apologize, just because I automatically think Richard Lewis because of Curb Your Enthusiasm. But yeah, so during that, he recruits people such as Achu, played by Dave Chappelle, his blind handmaid named Blinken, and then Little John, of course, and another guy, I forgot his name, that's really good with daggers. During this, they decide to recruit villagers, or they meet the sheriff of Rottingham, who is friends with King John. Anyways, they find out kind of what's going on with the land as he embarrasses the sheriff. He goes and crashes the sheriff's party, the king's party with the sheriff there, where he meets Maid Marian. They instantly fall in love, and Robin decides to start recruiting the people of Britain to overthrow King John. During that, King John hires the mob, the literal Italian mob, to take care of Robin Hood, where they throw a game of games with an archery contest, where Robin initially isn't going to go, but he finds out it's an archery contest. He decides to go then. He plays into the fight and then gets captured and is threatened to be hung, or if Maid Marian doesn't marry the sheriff. Once Robin is saved, they end up not getting married, but the sheriff tries to take away the princess, Maid Marian. Robin goes up, stops it, and then they end up getting married, and King Richard returns, punishing King John by making all toilets called Johns. But yeah, that's the basic gist of the story. The humor in it is pretty goofy. There's a few musical numbers in it. That's kind of what turned me off to it. You guys know I'm not a big musical fan. But also with it, some of the jokes just either aged poorly, not in an offensive way. I mean, there were some jokes that would be considered offensive today, but just stuff that probably went over my head, or just very bland and unfunny jokes. I think the funniest one, though, was the callback to Blazing Saddles at the end, when they make Achu the new sheriff of Rottingham, and they're like, wait, you're making him that? And they're like, yeah, it worked in Blazing Saddles. That was probably the funniest line, because I love Blazing Saddles. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It's funny because the movies that the actor is in, I do like. I just am not a big fan of him, but the actor that plays Robin Hood in this, I felt he was overplaying it a little bit in every movie that I've seen him in. I do feel that he overplays it, which is so weird because, I like all the movies that he's in, but that's always my gripe with him. I don't know his name, though. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a 6 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's that nerd Ryan, signing off.